Welcome to Part of My Budget. I am Jasmine. Hello. Here's my face. If you checked out my other channel, then you see my face already. But yes, hi. I don't know why I'm so orange. Oh my god. It is what it is. Okay. Anyways, if you can't tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my semi-automated digital planner. This digital planner works itself. All you have to do is input a little bit of data, and after that, it is smooth sailing. Your monthly tabs will be all pre-filled, and all you have to do is put on there what you spent for the month. Easy tracker, and it's just an easy way to go ahead and look at your expenses, look at where your money is going, where you want to put your money, and things like that. The only thing I don't have on there is an expense tracker because that wasn't my type of thing, but you can just always add an extra tab. Let's just get into it.
As you can tell, I love Google Sheets. I will die by Google Sheets. I just love Google Sheets, but I also am a nerd, so I like looking at stuff and making stuff. Okay, so again, I'm going to say the same thing. You don't have to buy this. This is not for anybody. I made it for myself, but then I realized that I could offer it to other people. If there are other people out there like me that like to do this and don't want to put in too much work every month writing all this stuff out. I will say, setting this up in the beginning is probably going to take you about 30 minutes. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It takes about 30 minutes because you have to literally scour all your bills, all your sinking funds, your debt, and all that stuff, and you have to put it in here. But once you put it in, oh my god, it's a blessing. Because once it's done, it's done. You don't have to do anything. You will just come on here every single month, and you will put what you paid for that bill. You don't have to retype the bill. You don't do anything. So let's just go over it. This is the welcome page again. Because I'm offering it online, I wanted to have instructions. This is what you get. Here are the trackers. You have income, bills and expenses, savings and sinking funds, debt, and annual tracker. I have the quick calculations. If you were on my website, which you probably weren't because there's not that many people that watched my last video, but if you were on my website, then you know that I offer the quick calculations tab by itself. So, but it does come with the planner. You're free to get the planner if you want. If not, whatever. And then you have your monthly planners right here for each month. We'll go over that. Okay, so in the instructions, it's going to tell you that you're going to start with bills and expenses, debt, and you're just, go down the line. You don't need to fill out annual. Annual is literally, it will update itself. You don't have to touch annual. And I mean that you literally do not have to touch annual. Okay, so quick calculations really quickly is a denomination. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Is a denomination breakdown. So if I put in these numbers, as you can see, it will go ahead and break this bad boy down. And now I know I need 100, 250s, 120, bada bing, bada boom. You keep doing it, it'll break it down. You just take that straight to the bank. Here is the opposite. Now you want to know how much it equals per that amount. You can change these. I was setting it up. You can go ahead and change these and it'll tell you how much money. This is a debt payoff calculator, self-explanatory. You put in the balance, you put in the APR for that balance, you put your minimum payment, and you put when you want to pay this debt off. So if you want to pay this debt off in 6 months, this is how much it's going to cost you. If you want to pay it off in 3 months, this is how much it's going to cost you on top of paying the minimum balance. Here is months ahead. If I wanted to be 1 month ahead and I wanted to save that month ahead in 6 months, this is how much I would need to save for each expense, for my expenses and then for my sinking funds. I don't know why bills and expenses is not copied over, but anyways, yeah. So if I knew it was going to take me 12 months to save for 1 month ahead, then this is how much I would save combined, or if I just did specifically my expenses. These numbers are predetermined based off of the fact that I already have this planner filled out. I have it filled out because it was just easier for me to fill it out and then go over my budget with you guys than filling it out while typing it. And I'm typing, it's loud, you can't hear me, and I kind of just wanted to talk over this. Okay, so yes, these numbers are predetermined, but when you open this up brand new, it's going to say nothing. It's going to say 0 because you don't have these two filled out. Now, if you get the quick calculation, and only the quick calculation, if you were to only buy the quick calculations tab, this is going to be 0 as well, and you will manually fill it out because it doesn't have anything to go off of. You have to put it in. But yeah, that's it. Money takeout, self-explanatory. Divide, self-explanatory. This is a number generator. I don't know why I made that. I just thought it was cool. Okay, I'm gonna bring this back down to 100%, and I'm just gonna explain some things. So these are all my bills. I have rent, which is self-explanatory. I don't know why I keep saying only self-explanatory. I'm gonna take this outward just a little bit. No, just a little bit more. Okay. It should be 85. Okay. So now, if you look at this, it's a calendar. Besides the expenses without a due date, this is an entire calendar. So on the first, I have rent due. On the third, I have these bills due, and so on and so forth. And there's 3 slots. So if you have more bills, and I'm sorry, but again, I do not. So this is where we are. Okay. So projected is what I know I'm projected to pay every single month. I know that I'm going to pay this amount every single month because these are fixed bills. They are not non-fixed. So I know that I'm going to pay that. Now, I came up with the budget. Well, most of them have that, but the budget is what what you paid, what you will plan on budgeting for, or not plan on, but what you are actually going to pay for that pay period. I came up with this system because I am a what if. I like, or what could be. I like to think about my promotions and things like that. Like I said, I'm in the military, so I could get a raise, I can get a promotion, I can come into some extra money. Just like normal people, you can get a promotion, come into extra money. And so I like to see what that would look like. If I got a raise, what would that look like? And that's what it here is here. If you look here, this is my income for the first. Technically, it's December. It's the last payment of December. I got it on the first. So this is my paycheck that I received for the first, or for the last month, right? So we're just gonna say that this is what I got paid on January 1st for January, right? These are the bills that I have checked. This number will change when I change my checked bills, okay? And this will tell me how much money I have left over, available income after I've paid all my bills for that pay period. If you're a monthly payer, which I do have this set up for monthly, um, I have monthly, weekly, and bi-weekly. I have the bi-weekly planner, but I did make 3 different ones for monthly. I already said that. Okay. So yeah. So because I'm a what if, I like to come on here and check. Now, say I got a, I don't know, $2,000 bonus. Out of that's 200. $2,000 bonus. Well, now I know if I put extra money on this. Say I just said I wanted to put extra money um in my rent envelope, right? So now I know after that $2,000 that I have this much money left over. I like to do a lot of what ifs. So that is why I created this system. This is why I created this system. I can mess with my money without having to change my planner or get out a sketchbook or notepad book and put in these numbers and manually figure it out. This will do it all for me. Okay, so some of my bills that I have rent. I have Illumicrate, which is a book subscription box. If you had heard me in my first video, I do have another YouTube channel. I make book content. So if you like bookish content, it'll be linked down below. It's part of my imagination. As you can tell, I have a theme going on. But yeah, I have a book subscription box. Spectrum is my internet. Coffee is the website that I sell my stuff on, but I also have a subscription for my friend Danielle. Her name is Creato Potato. She does art stuff. It's really cute. You should check it out. I will have her link down below. Fit for Life is my gym membership. PWC is my water, electric, and sewer. Insurance, car. This is car insurance. I should probably put that instead of insurance. Apple One, Verizon, and these are my non-variable, but I know I need to pay for them, expenses. And so I have groceries, gas, cats, and dining out. I realized I could have made these sinking funds, but I didn't want to because these are things that I have to pay for. Minus the dining out. The dining out could definitely become a sinking fund, which I actually might move now. Okay. So now, based on that last tab, we move to the debt tab. If you don't have any debt, skip this tab. Do not delete it, skip it. You can go ahead and hide it if you would like to, or not. Okay, so these are my debts that I have. I have Beyond Finance. It's not a consolidation. I repeat, it is not a consolidation, but it's in a form of debt relief. So what happened is they took all my credit cards and my personal loans, and they are negotiating um the amount that I'll pay. So instead of paying $16,000, they will negotiate down. Basically, they're just negotiating off the APR that you would pay on it. I'm not gonna say that's the only amount they're paying, because I had a $16,000 loan, and they got it brought down to 8,000. So I pay half of what I owed, right? And so um I do not recommend this. I do not recommend this if you care about your credit, or if you are buying something and you need your credit. If you are buying a house, a car, or anything that you need your credit, do not do this, because your credit is going to take a significant hit. I'm not going to say it's going to plummet, but it's going to take a significant hit, because when you're doing this process, you cannot pay your payments. So now you're getting a late payment ding every single month until they start to negotiate those totals. Again, I do not recommend this to people if you care about your credit. I, at the time, did not care about my credit because I wasn't buying anything, because I was already in credit card debt, so I didn't have any money to buy it. But that's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, so here, not self-explanatory, but that's just a long story. But here is, yeah, this is my debt consolidation. It's not a consolidation, it's my debt relief, whatever you want to call it. I don't have an APR, again, because they've negotiated it. And so I just pay this company, and they pay my creditors, or my debtors, I should say. This is the balance that I have left over. And this is my monthly payment. These are Affirm. I do some Christmas shopping with Affirm. These are the things. These are the minimum payments. This is what I owe. So not very much, should be paid off in the next couple of months. Well, this one is 6 months, so but I could probably go on and pay it off. But um, again, this applies to the same thing. If I came on here and I wanted to pay my debt total off, I could go on here and adjust. Say I wanted to pay it off in 10 months. I would have to pay an additional $855 per month just to pay that bad boy off. Okay, so if we come here, this is again based off of this calculator. That I have to actually check these for the calculator to work. This is for my what if girlies or boys. If you want to know the what ifs, could be's, should be's, you go ahead and use this. If not, go on to the next one. But do fill this out so that it transfers over to all the other tabs. Okay, so here are my sinking funds. Again, self-explanatory. You're going to follow the same thing. Projected is going to be what you want to put in it every single month. If you don't have a projected, then I guess don't put like the minimum of what you want to put in there, and don't really change it. Budgeted is what you can put in it. Again, it's for the could if, would if girls. Okay, so here are some things that I have. I have my saving account. I have my twins. Some debt payoff. I do want to put some down on my debt, but I knew it wasn't going to be that extreme amount. And so I put 119. My plasma sinking fund these are sinking funds that I put underneath the money that I make from my plasma. So this is not income money. This is plasma donation money. So I would have to donate plasma to go ahead and to fund these sinking funds. And I know you're thinking, why do you have emergency fund on there? Well, I don't know. I just do. I could probably pick something else to go underneath there, but I didn't. So yeah. Okay, and then I have personal family. So you can also change these, by the way. If you change these, they will transfer over to all the other tabs. I feel like I'm gonna say that a lot in this video. If you change these things, everything will transfer to the next following tab that correlates. So I have my daughters, myself, my boyfriend, and I actually do have my own 1 month ahead. And yes, 1 month ahead is kind of important to me, even though it doesn't have that much of. Yeah, don't ask. I don't know. Your girl kind of messed up. Okay, so here I have my vacation, holidays, birthdays. If you watch my travel budget planner or travel expense calculator video, you'll see where I got these from. Dreamville is $298, Imaginarium, birthday, weddings, and Christmas. You will see where I got the wedding, Imaginarium, and Dreamville. If you want to see that expense calculator, go ahead and watch my last. I'll have it linked up in the box right there, or in the description if you want to see that video. Again, I also offer that. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything, but I just want to make it known that if you want these things, I do offer them. But you don't have to buy them. I made them for myself. But yeah, okay. So then I have maintenance, miscellaneous, and I have my annual renewals. Um, but yeah, these are all my totals of what I have budgeted per se for my income to go ahead and save these. And then, so you're not going to update the balance. I know you want to put the balance in. Do not put the balance in. The balance will self generate when you fill out January. The balance will self generate when you fill out January. As you can see, there's already balances here because I generated my January already for this video. I already have everything filled in, so I can just explain my budget. And yeah, okay, so then we're gonna come here, and this is my income, and it has the months so that you can go ahead. I'm going to actually zoom in on this one so you can see it. My first paycheck, my second paycheck, this is how much I got paid. And it does round up, so that's why when you look here, it has 13 cents, but then it is here. So then obviously this amount right here, the monthly income, is going to change once I put in my amount, right? Okay, so, and then for these calendars, I actually have a Sunday start and a Monday start. So if you're a Sunday start kind of person, you can get a you can get a planner where the Sunday will start on these little calendars. It's really minuscule, and I don't know why I did that. I spent so many hours on it, but it is what it is. Okay, and then here's the annual tab. Again, this is all filled out because I have pre-filled out January. This is what it would look like. It will tell you what your balance is for each thing that you've paid into that is a sinking fund. And then your bills right here will tell you how much you paid for the year. If you don't do taxes, don't worry about it. Don't fill out the taxes. The taxes will just be left blank. And then here's my income, and then here's my debt. And you'll have a cute little chart telling you that I've spent 82% of my income on expenses. Okay, so now here is our monthly tab. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay, so here's the monthly tab. Okay, so here's a quick calculation of breaking it down so you don't have to keep scrolling and go, what's my total? You just come right here. I have an income of $2,523. Take out my taxes, take out any savings that I have, bills and expenses that I've paid, my debt, sinking funds, total, and I know they say negative, and they're only negative because they're taking out of the income, and they're not actually just a negative amount. But the amount is right here of how much you paid, and then you will zero out the balance. If you are a zero out balancer or a budgeter, zero out the balance. This will tell you how much money you have left over from your income, so you don't have to use these other tabs. The other tabs are mainly for the what if scenarios. I like the what if scenario. And so, yes. So if I were to come here and say, I don't know, I erased that I took away my actual, not budget, but rent. I didn't pay rent. I have $15,000, I wish, $1,500 left over that I need to pay, right? So I'm just going to put it back in, and it's going to zero itself out again. Again, it's automatic, but I did have to fill all this out. So I had to fill out the budget, and then I had to re-put in the actual, so I don't have to keep transferring over, okay, what do I need to pay over here? And then, okay, I go back over here, and then I put it. I just know what it is because now I have put the budget, right? I haven't filled out these other ones because, again, I haven't paid them because they're not due until the second half of the month. Same thing for the sinking fund. Because I think after I paid my bills, paid Dreamville, and paid my debt, I think I had like $90 left over. And so for this pay period, I decided that I was just going to pay the balances or pay into my annual renewals sinking funds. And so this totaled about whatever was left over. And then so here is where you're going to put your balance. This is where you're going to put the balance. So because I paid $5, my balance is now $5. Does that make sense? I paid $10, so now my balance is $10. So this number is basically only in January. I repeat, only in January. Are you going to match the side by side for the sinking funds? for these ones, these are your bills. So put your bills and what you actually paid, what you planned on budgeting for it, or what you budgeted for it, and then what you actually paid. Here, you're going to put the exact same thing of what you put in the actual. So in January, if you put $10, but then you came and took $5 out, put that you paid $10, but then take out the $5 and put 5 only in January. I keep stressing that because I say this is a semi-automatic calculator. So what's February going to look like? Everything has transferred over again. The budget has transferred over. You no longer have to fill out what you're going to budget for that because it's already transferred. And now you're just going to make your payments. You're just going to make your payments. It's going to be great. You're going to come over here. And as you can see, it says I have that $99 budget, right? Now, I don't say I didn't owe anything in February for my take. I do owe something in February. I know I do. But say in February, I don't owe anything and I'm just saving for my Dreamville $290. My balance is going to change. And I don't need to update. My balance will just change on when I say I put money into that sinking fund because I paid the actual payment, or not payment, but I put into my actual cash envelope, and my balance will update. So when I'm checking my cash envelopes, now I have a digital tracker to say I should have this much money in here. Why do I not? Where did I put it? Did I actually move it? I see a lot of people make mistakes in their videos because they're like, they manually wrote it down, but then they don't take the envelope out and erase or subtract that they took money out of it. Here, it does it for you. So if I came on here and say I paid $298, well, if you paid $298 and then you took money out, I would say this: do not update the balance until the end of the month. So if you came out, say my balance is $298, but then I paid, right? So I paid $189. So if we do, what is that? So I have $388 as my balance, right? If I take out $189, because that's my next payment, I will have $199. So at the end of the month, I'm going to put my balance at $199 because that's how much money I should have. Okay? And I don't know why it wants you to now change it, but yes. So now I did actually pay $289 to that sinking fund, but now my balance is different because I took the money out. But here's the catch. Just because I manually changed it now, it's going to be changed again here. And I would follow the pattern. $298, that's how much I should have after I pay into the sinking fund. I'm going to undo it because I want the manual calculator to work. But in the event that you take money out in the end of the month, but you paid into it that amount, put what you paid and then manually change the balance of what it should now be. And it will transfer over to the next one, and it will keep continuing unless you change the manual. And yeah, that's it. That's my calculator. This is my planner. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you like it. I hope it gives you a different way to look at planning your budget. I am new to this. Like I explained in my first video, I have been trying to budget my budget for a really long time, but nothing was keeping my attention to look at money. And so I found Cash Stuffing like years ago and I watched it, but like this was the year that I seriously had to get like down to the nitty gritty and like just knowing where my money went. And so I created this, and I feel like this is really going to help me because I love looking at this thing, man. I love coming on here. When I was making it, my boyfriend was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I just spent like 7 hours fixing and making formulas and doing all this for this. I probably spent like 300, probably like 300 or 400 hours making this. So yes, I know you're like, dang girl, what the heck? But I wanted it to be perfect. And then once I started making it, I realized I could offer it to other people. And so, that's why I spent so long on it, because I was trying to like fine tune it towards other people. And that really helped me understand what I also needed to be looking for. Because there were things that I was missing on my old budget planner that and it wasn't even a budget planner. It was a sheet that I had all my bills on. And it really helped me realize things that I was missing and things that I wasn't paying attention to that now, because of this, I am paying attention to. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. That is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as the videos and links and people that I've talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like the video, subscribe if you want to, and comment down below anything that you would have to say. But yeah, that is all that I have, and I will check you out in the next one. Bye.